kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart, pass by.
Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery. 75 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 75 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really...
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half.
Fields now to throw.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On 1st and 10, Fields. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher, Rashad. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bears are back within a score. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A great move by Montgomery. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Fields. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bears are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On first down, Fields. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now Montgomery running right. And some space here. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Fields rolling to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. All eyes on Fields. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong 2nd half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.